Good evening, parents and students. This is our virtual open house, and this is for AICE Chemistry Period 2, 2020-2021. Can't wait to say 2021 more often, but we are here, and it's a brief introduction to kind of where the class will go. And first and foremost, kids are great. I think the big group we have is quite capable of high level, and I'm looking forward to getting into deeper chemistry and focusing on the 3 parts of the May exam. All right, so quick introduction. Mr. John Stevenson. It's my 17th year at Sarasota, or all at Sarasota. I got 2 sons and my wife Abby, who is, by the way, Mrs. Costa's sister. So if you ever had Mrs. Costa. I coach track and cross country, and my degrees are in engineering, and just finished my master's in gifted education, both from USF. All right, so all about chemistry. Basically, it is a tough subject. It challenges students to think differently and to apply both math and abstract thinking together. So that's why it makes it more tougher. Sorry. So right now we're kind of abstract thinking of chemistry, and soon we'll be moving towards more quantitative chemistry. It is heavy in experimentation, but there is a part of the test that is lab, and I'll get to that later, but they do have to do an experiment by themselves and analyze the results. And since this year is a little different, we're going to focus on the experimentation at the end of the content. So hopefully everyone can be into 100% in person, and we will play with, if it's not, how we're going to deal with that. So that's on a little back burner as well. So it is an application of the topics through a series of experiments, about 3 experiments they do. And hopefully that will be done in the second semester with everyone in class. My approach is more student-centered. I'm not a big lecturer. Most of my lectures are on tape, but I focus a lot on trying to get the students to think differently a little bit, and more having them achieve that knowledge through their understanding instead of me spewing out facts. So they are times work together, socially distanced, but they are heavily focused on the knowledge they're gaining instead of me giving them the knowledge. So the focus is to grow as a student, not just in chemistry, but as they learn. So hopefully throughout the year they figure out more about how to learn instead of just getting information and try and maintain that information, but to obtain how they can obtain that information themselves. The class's test, so it's a very broad subject. There's basically 3 sections. It's inorganic, physical chemistry, and organic chemistry with a lab component. So it's very broad topics, but there's certain questions in the test that can be very specific. So that's why it makes the tough test. The 3 sciences here are generally, the hard sciences are a little lower in passing, but overall we've had pretty good success. They do want to have articulation of chemistry, so they have to do some writing explanation. That's more paper 2. Not overly math oriented, but they do have to understand what they're asking in the problem. So some of the reading comprehension is the toughest part, which we practice a lot when we get into quantitative chemistry, but during a pressure test you can produce blanks. So the more we practice, the more we hit those examples, then they'll feel more comfortable when the test comes around. So hopefully they are successful in the class, and they should be able to successfully move on to a college level class with a very solid base of chemistry and organic chemistry. Number 2 goal is obviously to earn college credit, so earn that E or higher on the test. It is a tough test. 33% of the test, and this is 2019, passed statewide, and ours is around 49%. So we're above state average. But again, it's a lower average compared to other tests like marine or enviro. And then be able to apply this knowledge to other topics, especially bio and physics, and even marine science, and even enviro. They can apply chemistry because it's all around us. So here's the exam in June. The first paper is in June 7th. Paper 1, that's multiple choice. Paper 2 is in May 10th. That is the free response. And paper 3 is the lab, which is in June 1st. And you can see the points there. So you can see it's 120 points because the lab is not worth 100% of the 40. It's actually only worth 30 points. But anyway, so generally passing is about a third. So if you get a third of the points throughout the test, you should have a passing score. Tips, stay on top of reading, calendar, make sure you ask questions from the lecture. So any questions which are really good right now, they're doing really well with asking questions. In class, make sure you're spending time wisely to ask questions and work on the assignments. And when a question arises, I'm here to help. Organization is important. So a lot of material they get is electronically, but they want to keep that organized and make sure they know where to find it, or they can have a binder as well organized. The lab as well will work on that technique wise. Here's my information, email, there's Remind, phone, whatever you need, just let me know, and looking forward to a great year. And like I said, the kids are doing really well right now, and the most thing is keep an open mind, ask questions, and information will come to them. All right, well, have a great night, evening, morning, afternoon, whenever you're watching this, and thanks. Bye.